FaZe Clan. At one point, this wasn't just a gaming team. It was the gaming team. Trick shots, montages, insane snipes on Modern Warfare 2. FaZe wasn't just a logo, it was a lifestyle, a dream. But as the years went on, the dream got complicated. FaZe transformed into a billion-dollar brand, hit the stock market, and then stumbled into lawsuits, broken contracts, and public controversies. One by one, the names that built FaZe began to drift away. Yet through all of that, one member never left. While others rebranded, started new ventures, or distanced themselves from the chaos, one guy kept the FaZe tag strong. Through every era of the FaZe house, through every controversy, through every wave of change, he stayed. That name? FaZe Adapt. The kid who joined FaZe as a teenager and became one of its most recognizable faces. The loyalist who never turned his back, no matter how messy things got. But to understand why Adapt became the most loyal FaZe member of them all, we need to rewind. Alex Hamilton, better known as FaZe Adapt, was born in Arizona in 1997. Like so many kids of his generation, his teenage years revolved around Xbox Live lobbies. Back then, gaming wasn't about esports contracts or Twitch streaming. It was about hanging out after school, talking trash in voice chat, and hitting clips to show off to your friends. Adapt was part of the Modern Warfare 2 trick-shotting wave, a community built on style, creativity, and those unbelievable spinning, no-scope shots that made you yell at your screen. But Adapt wasn't just good at hitting shots. He had something most other kids didn't: personality. Even in those early videos, there was this energy that made people stick around after the gameplay was over. He didn't just upload clips, he made people laugh, he connected. And that's what set him apart. Because in a sea of trick-shotters, Adapt was more than just gameplay. He was a character. In the early 2010s, FaZe Clan was already legendary. Founded in 2010, they turned trick-shotting into a brand. Joining FaZe wasn't just an invite, and it was the golden ticket of gaming. And in 2014, Adapt got that ticket. He was recruited into FaZe. For a teenager from Arizona, this wasn't just a gaming opportunity, it was life-changing. His YouTube channel exploded, his fan base multiplied, and overnight, FaZe Adapt became a household name in the community. Adapt wasn't just another sniper in the lineup. He represented the new era of FaZe. Players who weren't only about the clips, but also about the content, the personality, the entertainment. As FaZe grew, so did Adapt. He leaned hard into content beyond gaming. Vlogs, challenges, lifestyle videos. He wasn't boxed in as just a Call of Duty player. And here's the thing. Adapt is the only member to live in every single FaZe house. From the legendary New York house, where chaos ruled and content was raw, to the Los Angeles mansion that felt more like a YouTube reality show, all the way through the FaZe Hollywood era. Adapt was always there. Each house was a different chapter of FaZe's history. And Adapt wasn't just showing up. He was carrying the culture from one era to the next. You could say he collected FaZe houses the way other people collect achievements. In the FaZe house vlogs, he became the little brother figure, the one fans could laugh with, joke with, and grow up alongside. FaZe Banks might have been running the business. Apex might have been the leader. Rain and Temper might have been shaping the culture. But Adapt was the glue, the relatable one, the kid everyone felt close to. And when YouTube shifted, when views dipped, when algorithms changed, he found ways to pivot. Challenges, IRL content, collabs. True to his name, he adapted. But FaZe wasn't always sunshine and trick shots. As the years went on, the brand transformed from a brotherhood of gamers into a corporate empire. They partnered with investors, signed esports deals, and eventually went public. For a moment, it looked like FaZe had conquered the world. But then came the lawsuits, the contract disputes, former members calling out unfair deals, the failed business partnerships, and the drama splashed across social media. FaZe's stock collapsed. The dream started to look fractured, and slowly the roster that once felt like family began to drift away. Some stepped back quietly, others moved on to new opportunities. Some voiced their frustration with how FaZe had changed, and for the fans, it was heartbreaking. FaZe no longer looked like the family they fell in love with, but through all of that, Adapt stayed. He didn't drop the FaZe name, he didn't distance himself, he didn't pretend like he was never part of it. Adapt continued uploading, continued representing the brand, continued carrying the tag proudly. He didn't have to. By then, he had a big enough name to go solo. But he didn't. To Adapt, FaZe wasn't just a logo or a business deal. It was home. The group that gave him a chance as a teenager was the same one he stood by as an adult. While others looked for greener pastures, Adapt doubled down. Through the drama, through the controversies, through the headlines, he remained FaZe Adapt. Fans noticed. In a time where FaZe was being criticized, mocked, and even written off, Adapt was still uploading with the same tag he'd had since day one. To many fans, he became the anchor, the proof that FaZe still had its soul. Because for all the corporate chaos, Adapt reminded people of what FaZe used to mean. A bunch of kids playing video games, chasing clips, making content, and building something bigger than themselves. That's why his loyalty matters. It wasn't about ignoring the downsides, it was about staying true to the dream that started it all. When you look at FaZe's history, you see ups, downs, and reinventions. But through every FaZe house, every YouTube trend, every controversy, and every shift in the gaming industry, Adapt stayed. Not just as a member, but as a symbol. He didn't walk away when things got messy. He didn't chase clout elsewhere. He didn't abandon the fans who still looked at FaZe as their childhood heroes. Adapt was there in the beginning. He was there in the middle. And he's still there today. That's why people call him the most loyal FaZe member. Conclusion. FaZe Clan's story is complicated. From legendary trick shots to billion-dollar valuations, from lawsuits to broken contracts, from glory to controversy. Its legacy is messy and its future is uncertain. But one thing has always been consistent. FaZe Adapt. He's the reminder of what FaZe used to be. The glue that carried the culture through every era. The one who lived in every house, represented every chapter, and never took the tag off his name. In a world where loyalty is rare, where most people chase the next opportunity, Adapt proves something simple. Loyalty still matters. And as FaZe heads into whatever comes next, one truth remains. FaZe Adapt never left.